Great day, everyone, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Ray, and today I'm going to show you how to create a simple design in Cricut Design Space. What you see on the screen is the home page, and from the home page, you can access different projects to take advantage of. Now, not all of them will be free to you unless you have a Cricut Access membership. Nevertheless, for this project, we're going to work on our own project. So, let me direct you to the top of the screen. Here you will find on your right-hand side, My Projects. This tab will take you to your own projects. These will be projects you either saved or finished. To the right of that tab is the tab that indicates what device you're using. For me, it's the Maker 3. To the right of that, in this green button, is the New Projects tab. This is exactly what we want to do today, is start a new project. So let's click here. When you click the New Project tab, you're taken to the Canvas page. On your left-hand side at the top, it will indicate where you are. And currently, we are on the Canvas page. Now, if you wanted to get back to the home page, to the left of Canvas, where these three lines are, click here and then click Home, and you'll be taken back to the home page. Okay, now from this page, I showed you how to get to a new project from here. I also wanted to show you another way to start a new project. If you scroll down just a little bit where you see My Projects, here is some of your projects, whatever projects you worked on, or you can click here where it says New Project, and it brings you back to the Canvas page. Now let's take a look at the Canvas page, because here's where we're going to create our design. And as you can see, currently mine has the grid showing. This is an option. You can remove the grid lines and just have a blank canvas if you want to. And I'll show you how to do that. So if you don't want the grid lines, which are used to help you position, help you measure, you can easily align objects with each other. But if this is not something you want on your canvas, then go up here to your left-hand corner where these three lines are, also known as the hamburger button. Click it, come down to Settings, over here to Canvas Grid, choose what's best for you, and then click Done. And now we're back to the canvas. Okay, now that we have our canvas prepped like an artist, let's take a look at the side menu on our left. At the top, you have the New button. The New button will give you a new canvas. So if you're currently working on something, be sure to save it before clicking New. Under New is Templates. Templates are available for you to use to visualize your design. That's it. Projects. Just like on the home page, these are the projects that are available to Cricut Access members. If you do not have a membership, I believe there's plenty that you can still use. Some may be free to you and some may cost. Shapes. There's free shapes, which is this section here under free. And then there's shapes that are free to Cricut Access members. Now, these shapes you can also use for just 99 cents each. Images. Here, you can browse for different images to use for yourself or for part of your design, for part of a bigger picture. You can search out an image by putting in a keyword here in the search box and then using the filters to narrow down your results. Here is your text button. Once you click your text button, you start typing in your text box. Once you finish typing what you want to type out, here at the top in your control panel area, you can choose a font, resize, and more, but we'll get back to this shortly. Phrases is just like images and projects. This is an inventory of phrases that you can throw on pillows, let's see, t-shirts. You just type in what you're looking for, use a keyword, and then use the filters to narrow it down. Okay? If you're looking for happy birthday, type in happy birthday, and then it'll be a whole bunch of happy birthday phrases that you can use. Just keep in mind, some are going to be free and some are not. Okay, next is upload. All right. This is how you upload an image or pattern. Okay? Cricut tells you for each one what file type extension is compatible. Okay? So you just keep that in mind if you're purchasing a design, and keep in mind what extension it needs to be in for you to upload it and it be compatible for this software. And to demonstrate that, I have placed an image, actually it's an SVG file on my desktop that I want to show you. I'm going to upload an SVG so that you can see how to do so. So from here, you would click on Upload Image. At this point, you can either drag and drop a file in or browse. So you click on your browser, click on whatever image you want to upload, and hit open. From here, you can rename it so that you can find it. You can tag it if you need to. In case you have a lot of uploads and you just want to get to something quick, then you can use tags. And then hit upload down here at the bottom on your right hand side. From here, you'll see it under recent uploads. If I want to bring this into my canvas, I'll click on it. Once I click on it, see these green line forms around it, and then I will hit add to canvas. Now I'm not going to do that, but I just wanted you to see how to upload an image into your software. Okay? So now you know what is over here on the left. You know how to access images, shapes, phrases, all that you can incorporate into a design. So let's put this new knowledge in practice. Go over to your shapes, and we're going to start this design by grabbing a couple shapes out of the free category. Let's grab a circle. Once it pops up on your screen, just move it off to the side. Go back. Let's grab a square. Let's move that over to the side. Go back. And let's grab a triangle. All right. Now we're going to grab this circle and move this to the center because we're going to work on that first. Now that we have our circle here, we want to reshape it. I'm sorry, we want to resize it. But since I messed up and said reshape, let's talk about that. You can reshape a circle and you can resize it. To resize your circle, these two-way arrows allows you to increase and decrease the size. With this locked, it will increase and decrease proportionately. Your width and your length will be proportionate. No matter what shape you're using, as long as this is locked, it's going to operate that way. Now, if you want to reshape this circle, unlock the lock by clicking on it. Now you have four-way arrows here, which gives you a little hint of what you can do now. So now you can stretch this, you can pull it down and make it look like an egg. You can widen that egg. You can pull this up and make it look like just an oval. And you can stretch that oval over to your side. You can bring it down. You can pretty much manipulate the size as well as the shape as much as you would like. But for this tutorial, that's not what we want to do. But you need to know that because it may be a different shape that you may want to reshape or resize. So let's lock this back up. No, let's keep that unlocked. So another way to resize is to come up here to this control panel, click on in the width area, and type in whatever size you want your shape or object to be. And in this case, I want the width to be 5 inches. And when I come over here to height, I want my height to be 5 inches as well. And then I hit return or enter. And now we're back to a perfect circle. So I'm going to lock my dimensions because I do not want to accidentally move it around and lose its shape. Okay, so that's that for the circle. Let's just move this up a little bit. Yeah, we'll start this next. Let's go to pull our square down. We're going to turn this square into a rectangle. So now we're going to be working on size and shape. Okay, so I'm going to unlock the dimensions so that I can manipulate the dimensions. Okay, so now I'm going to, instead of me using my four-way arrows, I'm going up here to the control panel. In width, I want to make this 6 inches. And in height, I want to make this 1 inch. And then hit enter or return. Now, I want to align. Let's talk about the end goal. The end goal is to make this look like a banner that's wrapping around this circle. So let's call the circle a globe, okay? And so the banner is going to wrap around the globe. Got it? So I don't need this banner in the middle because that's not what I wanted to do. I want it down here, a little lower. Okay, and so in order to get it to look like it's wrapping around, I need to do something to these areas here so it can look like it's going behind the circle, the globe. You get it? So I'm going to position this here and just get my visual together. And that's just part of, anytime you're designing, you have to have a vision, and you need to be able to use your eyes, what you see, to get things to line up the way you want them. Yes, we have a grid, we have rulers, we have dimensions that we can type in and for sizes, and we can use our grid for positioning and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's about what you see. So make sure it's where you want it when you look at it, that it lines up with your vision, okay? So yeah, I'm going about right there, but you know what? I need to move it anyway. So now that we have our rectangle, we need to make it look like this is not so hard, like it can possibly wrap around this globe. So how can we do that? We first need to cause these two, I'm doing my best to explain it to you. We first need these two to operate on the same layer without flattening. So we're going to use our tools at the bottom of this layers panel, and we're going to cut the banner out of the circle. Just hang in there with me. You're going to see what we're doing. So first we want to make sure this is aligned. Okay, I don't want it any further up on this circle than here, but I do need them to align. So I'm going to choose center horizontally. Okay, so now that it's centered horizontally, I need to select them both again. I'm just going to move it down here from my line of sight. Okay, so now that I have them both selected, I want to cut the banner out of the globe. So I'm going to take the rectangle and I'm going to use the rectangle to cut its shape into that globe. Okay. To do so, once you have them both selected, you can click down here on slice. Now pay attention to the layers panel. Look here. Now it's cut out, even though we don't see it looking at it on the board. I mean on the canvas, I'm sorry. But over here in the layers section, you can see that it's now cut out. So what happened is here, these two pieces are cut off on each side from the circle. This is the top part of the rectangle. This one here is the bottom that was cut out of the circle. This shape here is from the circle. I don't need that. So what I'm going to do is grab this, keep it selected, and go up here to the top of my layers panel and hit delete. What I do need is I need these two to come back together. So I'm going to select this one, the top one of those two pieces on each side that's now cut off. In the other part of that rectangle, and I'm going to weld these together. They're now welded. Now with them welded, I can move them out the way, but you see now I have an open flat space where I'm going to place this banner on this globe. Okay. Oh, I gotta get my words together, but you're with me. You understand what I'm saying. So now let's grab, we have to make some adjustments to this banner. We're going to join it with this triangle to create what looks like a wraparound, a banner that's going around the globe. So let's unlock the dimensions on the triangle. Go up here to this control panel under size, and let's make the width 1.5 inches and the height 0.4 inches, and hit enter or return. Now I want to place this here on top of this this rectangle, like so. We do not want to see any white space in between there. I need them to touch because I'm going to weld it together. Boom. See there? Now, I need to click on that triangle to duplicate it, and I do not want to I do not want to try to select it and move it out of its position because it's perfect right now. So to select it, I'm just going to use the layers panel, grab it, come up here to the top of layers panel and click on duplicate. Now I'm going to, while this is selected, I'm still not going to try to grab it because I don't want to move anything out the way. I'm just going to use my arrow keys on my keyboard. And I'm going to move this over and up. Now I have to grab it just to get it to align perfectly over here. And remember, we do not want to see any white space. So now that I have my triangle on both ends of the rectangle, I want to select it all, both triangles and the rectangle, and I'm going to weld them. Now this is all one, okay? Let's go back to the circle. I want I want my globe to be blue. So I'm going to go over here. See this little square button right here? This is how you open up your color panel, okay? So once the colors open up, you can select any colors that you see here, or you can click on a color and then make your own, customize it a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do here because I don't want what I see. I kind of want it to be a little darker, a little richer, a little more hue, down, down, down. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so I can click off of there. And I want to change the color of my banner. So I'm going to go back up to where I was, open up my colors panel, and select the color. I want a lighter blue, not quite that particular tone, but yeah, that'll work. All right. Now I have to place this back over the circle. Now what do you see is happening here? These rectangle points that we added, right? They're making it a little hard for us to, in this position, for us to create what we would like to call a wraparound, right? And there's a reason why. So first, let's go ahead and align these two pieces. Select them both. Go up here to align. Hit center horizontally. Now it's centered, okay? There's a reason why it's not quite the way we want it. This part, this section here of the rectangle is flat on the canvas. but these are not. So in order, and now that we've brought these together, we've welded these pieces together. So the only thing that sits in the same layer of the sliced globe is the part that we sliced out of the globe. The two triangle pointy sections weren't part of that slice, so they're on top of the globe. So in order to get it to look like it's behind the globe, we have to send it to the back. Watch this. Click on this here banner, go up here to arrange, and hit send to back. Voila. Now we have what looks like a banner that's going around. Would you agree? You with me? Okay, so it's looking kind of plain and we want to add something to the banner. We got this text box sitting here and we're not doing anything with it. So we might as well add some text to our banner or ribbon or whatever you want to call yours. So the first thing we do in here is just double click to highlight it so we can type something in here. And I'm going to type worldwide. Okay, let me move this out the way. I put worldwide. Okay. Now, is this the font that I want to use? Well, if this is the font that you want to use, if this is the font style you like, if you're okay with it, you can stop right here. But just in case it's not, let's go up here where it says font here. And see all, let me click off. This whole section here is for you to work with your font. Okay? So I'm going to change the font style. Here, this is all the fonts available to you. Free ones and the ones that cost. This is Cricut's fonts, also the fonts in your system. Here, it's just the system fonts. Whatever's on your computer system, this is what is available to you for free. Here, this is all of Cricut's fonts. This belongs to Cricut. I don't know if any of them are free, but if you have the Access membership, then you can use them. If not, you just have to pay the price to use whatever font you select. Okay, so I'm going to go to systems because that's all free. So that's what we're going to do for this tutorial, is just keep it simple. Okay, and I want something kind of I want it to be kind of bold, but not so round. I'm going to click this condensed. All right. And now I know my banner is only 1 inch tall in height. So I know that my words, my letterings need to be shorter than that. And it looks like it already is, but I'm going to change this without unlocking the dimensions. So I'm going to just make the width 3.75 inches. And for me, this is still a bit tall, but we'll just place it and see. Nope, I'm fine with that. And now that I have it selected, I'm going to change the color. So for this, I'm going to use a silver. Yeah, a silver. So that I will not remove anything out of place, I'm going to select the circle and the banner and group them. And I need to click on over here in the layer section my text and then arrange it to the front. All right. So now when I click on this, I can move this freely. And I'm just going to play with it. I'm going to use my eye to position it. I'm okay with that. And now I'm going to add maybe a couple stars to my globe. So let's go over here to shapes. Let's click on this star. Let's go get the other one too. Click on that star. And let's click on this little diamond shape here. All right. Now, let's just make these, unlock the dimensions and just resize them to your eyeball. Just use your own vision. You see there, I'm just resizing. I hope you don't hear that dog barking, but if you do, I apologize. Okay. And I want to duplicate these. Let's duplicate. All right, and now let's unclick. Now we have multiple. So just, I'm going to select these all one more time, change the color all at once. Let me go with that silver. You know what? I'm going to click here. I want the silver to be bright, but not quite white. And you can use whatever type of color and silver or shade that you like, because you're going to make it the way you want it. All right, now I'm just going to just randomly position these. There's no fancy order, just have fun with it. Okay, so that's it, folks. I just wanted to show you how to move around the Cricut design space and create something organically. And I just want you to get familiar with the tools and the different things available to you so that you can just dive right in. So there's no need to think about it any longer. There's no need to overthink it anymore. Just go ahead and get to it. You can take some shapes and some letters and make whatever you want to make. And maybe in the next video we'll talk about cutting something out with vinyl using our Cricut Maker and then applying it to whatever we want to apply it to. Okay? So until then, have a happy design time. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody.